Our last item, other than closed session, is our weekly calendar, travel, and reports. Who would like to start? Supervisor Green?
Sure, because I'm always ready. Thursday, Behavioral Health Advisory Board. Also in the morning, there'll be an initial meeting of the Clear Lake State Park Master Plan update. Master Plan updates are a thing this year. So if you're in District 4, District 5, basically anybody who enjoys Clear Lake State Park, they are going through their own stakeholder meeting as part of their general plan update. There is a Zoom. This is a virtual meeting, so you don't have to go to the park to participate, starting at 10. They have advertised it, but if you need information on that link, I can certainly share it. Just want to spend a couple of minutes. Went to Lake Fest on Saturday at the Lake County Fairgrounds. It was the inaugural event. It was all hands on deck, and it was to me, it was a very exciting opportunity to see at long last a lot of our fledgling cannabis industry come together. The dispensaries were well represented, the cultivators were well represented, LCCA and the Fair Board really put on a stellar program of speaker panels, and although it was not super well attended, it was the first one. And every now and then you get questions from people who either aren't cannabis growers or cannabis users, and they wonder about all the stuff the county has gone through over the past 6-7 years in developing regulations and passing taxes. And one question I remember very distinctly from a meeting a few months back was it all worth it? And I look at that day and with a lot of pride for those people who are involved. Definitely cannabis is not everyone's cup of tea, but we're not throwing people in federal prison for mandatory minimum sentences anymore. We have, because we're a regulating county, supported not just an exciting new business opportunity for many of our residents, but we've also been able to slice off a little bit of tax revenue, which has supported this county. So for me, it was a teachable moment, a celebration of sorts. Was it all worth it? I think the jury is still out, but when I was growing up and I was buying weed from some guy with a triple beam scale and a shotgun in the corner, it's a much different world today, and I have the receipts. I'm glad to support our regulated industry here in Lake County. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Supervisor Simon?
Yeah, finish up the board meeting today. I do have a couple of meetings tomorrow, but I'm going to actually be missing. I just let LTA know I won't be attending the LTA meeting. I don't know what you have going on tomorrow, Supervisor Green. I think you're an alternate for the LTA APC in Clear Lake. I've got to attend a hearing in Sacramento for something for my tribe, so I've been asked to go over there. I'm going to be attending that. It is an in-person meeting. It is in the city. Yeah, 9 a.m. at the city of Clear Lake. I know there's a few items on there that, obviously are pertinent to my district, but just can't make it tomorrow. So also have a benefits committee that is on Zoom. I plan on doing my best to attend that meeting. And then Thursday have the South Deal committee meeting. I'll be attending that. That's via WebEx, and then math on Thursday night. Saturday is, the 14th, I have Workforce Alliance in North Bay, which will be up here. We'll attend that in the conference room B, I think it is. Also have, this weekend is Middletown Days, our Middletown Days, 15th and 16th, then Father's Day on Sunday. So obviously got those good events that are going to be happening. Be cooking some tri-tip and enjoying the parade. Hopefully it won't be too hot. So come out and enjoy that in South County. And then on Monday we have the Risk Reduction Authority, which will be at the Cobb Mountain Water. Oh, what the heck is
the water office?
Cobb Mountain Water Office, yeah. So we'll be attending that. So I'm back here on Tuesday, the 18th.
Thank you for that. Supervisor Pyska?
Tomorrow, I have a constituent meeting. Looks like I had a cancellation of another meeting. And then I've got the BVAC in the evening. Thursday, I've got 4 things happening at once, but I am going to be out in the Rivieras because there is a big media event for the home hardening program with all of my friends from OES and CAL FIRE from Sacramento are coming up. So it's going to be a big deal. I'm not sure if I'm going to make the OPR quarterly check-in in the afternoon. And then Friday, I've got a lot of overlapping too. I'll be able to do the first half of the Workforce Alliance meeting, and then I have the tree mortality meeting, and then discussions with staff, and then I'm going out to Big Valley with Vice Chair Crandall, and then we have the CRC grant debrief meeting, which maybe I'll be able to make. I will definitely be at Middletown Days. I will definitely be at Bacon Fest on Father's Day. And then Monday, I have my meeting with CAO Parker. I have a budget meeting scheduled in the afternoon. And then the RRA in Cobb. And then back on Tuesday.
Thank you. Vice Chair Crandall.
So I'll start out with last week, some things I was or actually one of the main things I was working on. I met with President of RCRC, Pat Blacklock, at Romy's, of all places. He was coming from Humboldt, and so he's like, hey, we need your help with the budget, SB 156. And so, we kept having issues, as we always do when it comes to phone tag and, driving through specific areas. So I asked him to meet me there. And so when we touched base, we talked about how the budget that was initially it's structured to $750 million as an allocation, but because of the situation right now with the budget, they were looking to at least advocate for $450 million. Apparently, when the budget came out for loan loss reserve in this situation, it wasn't listed. And so all of the policy advocates for RCRC were nervous, and they asked us to reach out, myself and a couple other supervisors, to Cecilia Aguilar-Curry, who's actually one of the folks that sponsored, the Assemblywoman who sponsored this, and so reached out. She touched base with me on Sunday, let me know she'd be working to do this. I talked with also Senator McGuire's staff, who passed that forward, and also Assemblyman James Ramos. And so we've all been working to see who we can get to advocate for at least $50 million. $150 million was initially stated, but now, with the budget as it is, the group is just willing to at least go with the pilot program of $50 million. And the reason that is Golden State Connect Authority has been working on a project with this funding. And so if they can at least maintain that, they can get one of the pilot projects moving forward. And then with the other funding coming in the future that's federally funded and whatnot, it could possibly help with moving these projects forward. The Golden State Connect Authority with RCRC was put together 2 years ago, and so it's moved fairly quickly, and it's so far successful. But I think this was a situation that might have put us back. But with this funding allocation of $50 million, at least they can move forward with that. So we've been working with our local officials on that. This week, I'm going to a North Shore Fire meeting in the district. Thursday, there is a Shegum Day hosted by Robinson Rancheria EPA, which Water Resources and other agencies go, and they talk about every aspect that has to do with the lake, with Thule boats, plants, things of that nature. And so it's a family day too, so people actually go on Thule boats and they learn about different animals, things like that. So there's all sorts of booths, that they have at this event, and it's on the shoreline of Robinson's property. So if you take Old Lucerne or I think it's Nice Lucerne Cutoff, there is you take a right, and it's right there on the Robinson Rancheria shoreline, and so that's where that will be. Also, we'll have to, jump out of there and go to the South Deal meeting, of course, and then do the EPA Ad Hoc Committee for Farm, Ranch, and Rural Communities at 12. And then I think that day that's when we do the IWPC presentation in Ukiah. So that's for the Potter Valley project, of course, and the situation with the funding that we received from DWR. Friday, I'll be prepping for Clash Against Trash, which is the second year. I called it Clash Against Trash Part 2. It's Saturday, 9:15. Or I'm sorry, yeah, Saturday, June 15th from 9 to 1. It's at the Lucerne Castle. And just to highlight, there's no hazardous materials that will be accepted. What will be accepted is bulky items, couches, mattresses, etc., e-waste, household garbage. Partners included are Lake County Waste Solutions. They helped us with this last year. Of course, County of Lake, and then the Central Region Town Hall will be also working at that as well. And so if there's anyone that wants to come out and, be a part of it and also volunteer, I know that I'll have a trailer so I can go and help folks in the community that can't take their garbage, especially senior citizens and whatnot. So there's a couple other folks that committed last night at the Central Region Town Hall. Pretty excited about it, and hopefully we can beat the 18,000 pounds of trash that was collected last year. And so let's see, Monday CAO meeting, and then we have a governing AAA meeting on Monday?
I
or-
can't make it.
Well, I'll be there. I see it on my calendar, but I know it's been moving here and
No.
there, but I'll just make sure I keep it there and be ready.
That's in person too. You have to go to Ukiah.
Okay.
I told him that I was, with budgets, there was no way.
I'll handle it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A quick question, Vice Chair Crandall. Is there any eligibility criteria for the trash drop-off? I know Lakeport Disposal does one here in Lakeport, but they do want to see a city utility bill with that.
They didn't last year, and I don't anticipate that this year. I know that there hasn't been any indication that there is. Commonly, it's mainly Lucerne residents that have their. When I was allowing people to go through, I was basically guiding them. I didn't really see too many folks that weren't from Lucerne. Yeah, maybe that might be something we have to implement from here forward, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Well, I'll spare you my trash run. So.
Thank you for that. Obviously, you were raised around the 80s with your Part 2. Love it, love it. Just a quick update. The COC is running full bore. Appreciate the board here approving the MOU. Very similar concept as what was discussed earlier. What are the roles and responsibilities of behavioral health being the lead agency for the COC? That has helped us really move forward with a better understanding on our responsibilities. We now have a monthly budget being provided to us and better understanding of what is remaining and what can be spent. Where before that was not the case. And I just think that we're getting to a point where we're becoming a well-oiled machine and looking to make greater impact as we get our feet planted on the ground. So that's greatly appreciated. This week I will be in Clear Lake for the LTA APC. If I come out early enough from that meeting, depending on how long it lasts, I do have a COC Housing Navigation Subcommittee meeting at that time. We are looking to, we meaning both cities, myself, Public Health, a meeting maybe with our county council to discuss some of the changes made to an ordinance that will be coming to the board possibly next week. At least that's what it's slated for at this moment in time. And I have a PIC committee meeting for the COC rather than restarting it towards the time of prior to January to prepare for the PIT. This is a annual committee that continues to work towards a better count and a better activity when we do our PIT count. I do have the law library will be meeting this Thursday. And also, I may be in Clear Lake Oaks as the photo voice focus from the CHIP CHNA group out of Hope Rising will be meeting at Big Oak to showcase the photo voice. There is a YCCD meeting for Yuba Community College District happening at 5 p.m. that evening, but I also will be in Ukiah to present with my colleague, Vice Chair Crandall, regarding the Potter Valley project, where we were invited to kind of repeat our presentation that we did in front of the Russian River Forum, and this time we'll be able to provide a little bit more information regarding the grant that we just received approval from the Department of Water Resources. So excited to see what kind of discussion comes out of that. On Friday, I do have a discussion with staff. I'll be joining my colleague Supervisor Pyska, and later on that evening, Food Policy Council will be meeting. While I'm happy that on Saturday I will be hanging out with my family, unfortunately I will not be able to go to Bob Malley's memorial. We did a moment of silence for Bob Malley. He represented the Planning Commission for District 2 for many years, and that will be happening at 2 p.m. at the Senior Center on Saturday the 15th. We'll be back on the 17th. It's possible that I'll have a meeting with Hope Rising on the 17th, meeting with CAO, and obviously throughout that time, I believe tomorrow might be the day that the budget comes out. I know I was told it was very close, but by the end of the week, we should have access to the budget, and I'll be diving in deep so that we can all be, I can be prepared by the 20th and the 21st, but then meeting on Tuesday. And that is all that I have.